Hi guys, Mr. Jaeger here, and welcome back to our little old front, and what could possibly be the last episode of our series, which is admittedly a bit of a shame. I am happy to see the series go, but at the same time, there's always going to be a little bit of a But regardless, I'm very much determined. We need to get it to at least 4. Now, I know we are going to build that, which will hopefully get it up to 4, but that's the important thing, is we need it to be up to 4 in our sectors. 5, preferably. This episode might be a lot shorter than intended, but yeah. So, right, you can't do anything, but you also really can't do anything, unfortunately. This sector is a little too... yeah, the movement range is not as good as it could be, which is a problem. But Yarrick is in a good position. So in the previous episode, we launched our war up against our forces, or the foe of Britonia, securing not only we secured Lashik and Ferus at the end of the episode unrecorded because they were literally both the same fucking templates of settlements, and because I've done that particular template to death. Is there a horse in there? Oh, it's a person. I thought, no, the time is done. I am finished with that. However, we did have a pretty awesome battle at Martek, which took forever to win, but Yarrick is back with 2 new dudes as well, which is pretty nice, as well as Ancient Salamander, which, again, is pretty nice. So, what we're going to have is Yarrick is going to take charge and grab the town of Kofa, hopefully not going to be too bad, and he is going to be able... Thankfully, the idiot AI, who was guarding the town of Kofa, have actually gone to attack Marpark. So now we are in the very luxurious position as to just take it from behind them. So we are in fact going to have that glorious last battle with Martok that I did before. But remember, it's not about the conquering, it's about the building. And we need to build our gear, or at least build the ability to have our decent gear. Well, the ability to build the Geomantic webway. And we need to get it to level 4. Now, I would be anal and say we need to get it to level 5, but I don't think we'll have the opportunity for time, which is a factor. But regardless, we do need to win this one and end this particular campaign fairly quickly. So, here's the town of Kofa. We do have a slightly new dude into it, but really it's going to be at the front. Don't know what kind of range you dudes will have. I don't think you have a long range. We don't have any other dudes. That's fine. I mean, this army is more of a mishmash than anything. Alright, there we go. Right. We are attacking, so we should be able to launch... Well, actually, what I'll do is I'll get Mr. Grendel? Grendel? Yeah, Grendel. Ooh, Grendel. Beauty of a moment. Fly as fast as you can. And shazoom! That is destructive. That is destructive. How many kills has he just achieved? Oh, and it's still going. Still going. $380. In one fell swoop, he's routed 2 units and killed 380. People wonder why I like this dude. Oh, and I think he's taking some element of fire now. Yep, the crossbowmen do not like it. I'll be polite and I'll do whatever. I'll charge to them, as this is the last few glorious battles worth. You flank to the right, make a move. You charge with your men. You can continue to shoot those dudes. Yeah, too late. Have fun. Move her a bit. Right, they're gone. They're gone. Right, jump into the pile there. Oh, they're gone. Oh, those are snakes. I have no idea what they are, but apparently they do damage. Oh, gone. And the day's done. Yep, I had a feeling. So, Yarrick gets himself a decisive victory, and I'm very proud of that. And Grendel just gets himself a shit ton of kills. See, I'm going to miss that. Having the ability to just drop a meteor out of random. It doesn't forgive the other sins of the entire series, but you know what? I'll forgive that. Which is hilarious. But still, it's enjoyable. Just it feels weird. I mean, the thing is, when I looked at the one when we started the series, which is coming up for a year, like both of the big series, well, the so-called intermediate series, which I'd expected to have been done within half a year, actually turned out to take just about a year as well, which is it's not exactly something I can say is good or bad, but it's kind of nice to see. It's nice to see the end of something, or at least something that, in this case, I'm honestly happy to still end. But, you know, they're gone. Mine. Nom. Ah, shit, I didn't mean to do that. Well, actually I did, because it actually is pretty easy. So, now that's a weakness, and Mr. Eben Mapok. We now secured that, which is absolutely fucking awesome. Construction costs, that's fine. It's more like if we can build him faster is my biggest crafting income. Income from buildings is nice, but I just would like to no, just that will do. Fine, thank you. Anyway, so Mr. Marpok, we didn't actually get to see too much of him in action. Doink! For some reason, this is still kind of a challenge. I'm not entirely sure why, considering it's just that, and we do have a beast who has also some other dudes. So, again, very puzzled as to why this particular battle is considered difficult. But oh well. So what we're going to do is we're going to eliminate the last of humanity. But yeah, well, to be honest with you, this particular campaign, I think we would have finished a lot earlier had it not been for the fact that we had to restart this campaign like halfway through. So, yeah, well, near the end, I think we were coming up to like the 70-80% margin. Like, we were just about to hit the wall, the final valley wall before we had to restart the series. Or at least I had to restart the thing, and I then made the choice. So, really, it's my fault for this kind of thing, I think. Yeah, really, it's my kind of fault that we had to restart the whole shebang. But, at the end of the day, it's not the end of the world, which is the important thing. Right, so Mr. Marpot does have a pretty useful ability, which is he has Well, he is actually a skink little baby chief, which is impressive considering what kind of stature he's in. So he's, you know, he's a tiny little fuck, but yeah. And the beast skinks are actually pretty darn awesome as well, because they not only just, you know, they're a magical unit, but the cool thing they get to do. Oh yeah, you're in a good position actually. But the cool thing is, he doesn't only get to use a special few abilities, but I didn't even notice this, and this might actually be a new thing. But he gets to summon something. Which makes my life a lot easier. Not gonna lie. So now, with the whole permanent summons thing going into effect... Yeah, you keep shooting. Actually, to be honest with you, could you shoot the archers? Because they have A, less armor, and B, they're the only real threat. Fire aims at the crossbowman, hits the fucking pikeman. Of course. Right, we'll set up a quick defense wall. Right, withdraw. Have fun. Now this is kind of a useful ability, which you can actually kind of quickly spam. It's called the Flock of Doom. It basically is a small AoE style, a small area of effect locational thing. Have fun. Which you can use to... boom. Nice. Basically, it's quite useful because it just does, little bits of damage here and there. But it, keeps up the whole... it does damage to them. Which just is a nice way of sort of finishing off some weakened units. I was going to say, don't forget, that thing's a summons. I can treat him however I want. And it'll often be shite. Ooh, almost. One missed. Right, this is a pretty big massacre of sorts. Feuer frei! Why are you still in melee? Boom. Anyway, so that's one more unit annihilated. Yeah, there's another group of dudes eliminated. And the Estalian lot are now going to be struggling for numbers, which is going to be important. We did suffer some nasty casualties, but I think we'll be okay if we can just take a little bit of replenishment. But again, the main action now is to try and defend ourselves adequately against the hordes of dwarves and empires that will have to be coming down. But again, we don't have to win with a victory in that regard. We just have to stop them from... there we go. You have to just stop them from gaining any settlements in our territory. Kill and eat, so we can get the replenishment. He is there as well.
Absolutely not.
And should the army be attacked? Ah, he does get the useful ability to do that, which is extremely useful. Not gonna lie.
I refuse.
Well, this army is... Oh, you ranked. Nice. Power sap, that's always useful. That's also very useful. Earthing. Ooh, that'll be nice. Where's the Flock of Doom? I have got that. Amber Spear is also quite a nice, useful ability. Again, I probably would... yeah, I'd say Calming is probably another good idea. Yadik has also ranked, which is good. Sadly, he can't quite upgrade, which sucks. But right, top elation surplus 2. We need 5. Right. He needs that. That's still a substantial threat, isn't it? Eben Marpok could do with knocking them out. They'll be tired. Their army will be tired. They will not last as long. My dudes are fresh. Yes, we should go. And as much as this sounds silly, if we can both eliminate those two armies in one fell swoop, that will give us a bit of a boon. Like, it will give us the necessary boon to be able to push on and hold the line. I don't really think we need any kind of flankers or anything in the background there. Or at least, you know, not for the moment. But yeah... Another bit of cleanup to do, but important in cleanup nonetheless. We can just shoot the living shit out of them with our 2's artillery vehicles. That'd be very useful. I mean, at this point, I'm not really minding of casualties. Again, my stats... We've technically won the campaign. It's all right. Right, they do get the reinforcements, but they're going to be tired. I am going to bait them in as well. You're fine. We'll put the main line of infantry here. One of the dudes will go here. The other dudes will go here. You two will take a bit more of a defensive position. You will kind of chill here. You will kind of go here. And away we go. Let's go thinking what we can. Away we go. Is this a downhill area? Oh, it is kind of a downhill area. Right, you boys form up defensively here. You position yourselves there. You zerg over to here. Alright. Let's get this show started. Nudge. just occasional nudge. Right, you two should be able to start engaging. Primarily target... No, actually, to be honest with you, go with... Actually, yeah. One of you go after him, one of you go after him. Nuking their crossbowmen is my main concern. Again, the big weakness of the lizardmen? Range. Unless you can find some dedicated unit armies. Still counts. Somehow. All these dudes are very tired. Yep, that's what I want you to do. Ninth. Run to me, my stupids. Run! Right, withdraw. Head to the top. You, through the lines. Have fun. Get in there, lads. Bombs. Bombs. Concentrate fire, knock them out. Oh fuck, I forgot about him for a few seconds. Alright, they're gone. Beauty. Extra leadership will do nicely. Yep, they're gone. He's gone. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. They're gone. 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 And the day is done. Ah. Marpok, you were with us for only a few episodes, or 2 episodes to be exact. But, yeah. It's been a pleasure. You did your job, and you did it well. You know, I can't complain. You did a very good job. It's going to be a shame to see you go, because it would have been interesting to see what you would have been like if I had that other stuff. But, you know, at the end of the day, it worked out well. And, better still, we've eliminated 2 extremely large problems. Because obviously, yes, the humans don't exactly present that much of a threat, but they could always run around in the background causing, you know, raiding or whatever. And if they sneak far enough behind our lines, they could in fact take a settlement that I wasn't very much focused on defending. So, all in all, I'd say we did a good one. But again, it's one of those sort of things where it's like, could be filler, but yeah. But no, they're both gone. Both armies gone. Who's A? And he gets the extra abilities as well, which is nice. Blessings for that. Blessings of Quetzil, Tepok, Think, Hanuchi, Klazgok seems to be the one, unless there's one that allows him to move further. No, it's fine. That one will do. That'll do. And the next thing he needs to have is Gifts of the Jungle and Geomantic Sustenance. So, that's the human faction dealt with. And in about 2 turns, we are going to see the end of this campaign, potentially. So we just need to keep things alive and kicking till then. I mean, technically speaking, I would love to have, like, you know, if I was in an ideal world, I'd love to, like, I'd try and build up towards having, like, the high-class buildings or whatever, like having everything at tier 5. But we don't need, like, that's kind of going anal. We can assume that I would construct such things in the south anyway. But right now, it's more important to try and deal with just getting our campaign objectives done, which we have done. We now just need to ensure that said faction... Oh god, speaking of factions. Said plan is successful. Just waiting for the factions to do what they need. We could skip the dwarf. If nothing happens with the dwarves, then huzzay. But obviously, we need to be careful. I have, in fact, you know, I have remembered. Very importantly, I did remember to build up a defensive guard over on the east side of our territory. The sector at Lachmir has now got an army, and it is being built up. So I remembered from my last fail, which is good. Because that is currently our weakest point. Now that, of course, doesn't mean it's, you know, solid and complete. But it does mean that I can at least... breathe a sigh of relief. Oh dear, looks like Sentinels are doing their part. Ostland is fighting, so is Kislev. Hopefully they're going to start dismantling the Empire. I doubt it. Stalia is still going to do some whatever, but they still do have settlements and armies in, you know, in this position, but they're suffering from attrition and cannot be of any substantial threat, even if they start raiding. So you know, having those two armies in my territory would be a problem, because they would, while taking attrition, of course, still be in a risky position, or a potentially dangerous location to. Yep, well wet. Right, Eben Mapok, I need you to start moving towards... Oh dear, right, you make your way towards Zandril as soon as fucking possible. Holy shit. You make your way towards El Halek. That's like fairly important town. Krokgar, make your way towards that. Ferus, we'll have to... Ferus can hold its own if we can get some defenses down there. Marpok can help watch Kofa. Yarrick make his way towards the north. Zandri, but Kemri is safe, but Zandri is not so safe. We'll need to delete that. Right, here we go. Yeah, Kemri is well defended-ish. Yeah, it's well defended. You are also needing to be well defended. Which again is, yeah, you are being well defended. Same goes for Qatar. But yes, over here we have got Tolex, a new dude, who is watching the rear here. So he's going to be guarding against any kind of crap that will come this way. Marrak needs to build up some guard defenses, which it's going to. I'm probably going to build a military building of sorts to just watch out for that. But we need to ensure... That said, we've got one more turn. Hopefully this turn will make it so that... Hopefully this will be the turn that we can wrap the campaign up on. But yeah, I think we're just about ready to finish this campaign. One more turn, and then I think we'll be done. Fierus is going to get its defenses set up, which is fine. Oh yeah, and also we've got a new skink priest, Zairi, who's going to be watching helping to watch that point. So this could be the last turn. Which would be nice. Oh, good lord. I need a cup of coffee. I will say, it's been a very interesting campaign. It's like, for anyone who may be interested, when I started this initial campaign, because, I mean, the thing is, when I played this game, and, well, initially started to play this game when it came out, this particular campaign was kind of an idea I had when I first played as the Lizardmen in the Mortal Empires campaign, when they finally released that for the game. And I was like psyched, because I looked at where we were spawning, and in comparison to where everything else was, and I thought, ooh, this will be a great sort of campaign to sort of as for some kind of medium base thing. And initially I thought, ooh, you know, I intended on recording this series a little earlier than intended. Was about early 2018, I would say, like maybe the March-May period, and I thought about it, and I thought maybe not, and then I'd recorded up to, and I'd recorded a number of episodes, and I did this about 3 or 4 times over the course of early to mid 2018, but I just couldn't really feel the desire to actually fall through with the whole series. Like I wasn't satisfied. So in a sense, I've started this campaign about 5 times now. No joke. Like it's quite ridiculous, really. So again, as much as I have been enjoying this particular series, I will be glad to be done with it, because that will be one thing I can kind of put to bed and go, right, okay. And I hope you guys have enjoyed watching this particular series with me and anyone else in the future who comes. Hello, person in the far future who's watching this off the hand. Thank you very much for doing so. I very much appreciate it. And thank you very much for your patience on that regard. We've had some ups and downs. We've had some pretty bad moments, but some pretty awesome moments as well. And I'm hoping that once this particular thing's done, well, the campaign will be finished. I mean, technically speaking, yes, the campaign will have been finished because, you know... Hey, armor. Temple guards. I have to have battle captives. Okay. And the Brayherds come. Are they in front of us? No, but they're right next to the enemy, which is good, because I like that. We'll go with that one. Right, Geomantic healing. Ah, shit. It's not quite there, is it? No. Fudge. 'Cause you're fine. You're not. Shit. Yeah, we can't finish this series of that, so it's 5 turns. Oh, God damn it. How long have we got left in terms of recording? 36. We're like halfway through this episode. Shit. Okay, I'm not looking forward to this. We will, in fact, need to build a level 4 pyre place, which is not what I wanted to really do, considering the fact that we'll have to somehow... Right, we'll delete you because we need something more substantial. Because the thing is, the dwarves and everything else is going to be... They're going to be fairly pissed. Question, I don't suppose I could give money to the dwarves to, like, make them not hate me.
Do not sully my presence any longer than you must.
I'll make a peace treaty if I offer 23,000 gold.
Won't happen.
Yeah, I had a feeling you wouldn't like me. Yeah, literally that. Hostile deteriorating. Well, that's just fantastic. War with Bretonia, war with the Empire, war with that, war with the Border. Literally just non-stop hatred. Which is not good. I mean, the humans have done pretty darn good this particular campaign, I can tell you that for sure. Right. Shit. Okay. Well, this is not good. I mean, we're pretty much gonna... I'm gonna do light maintenance at the moment, but it's just gonna be 5 turns of waiting. And it could be dramatic. Oh, no, 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 no. Yeah, 1 turn till we have 4, and then maybe you have to do 5. I don't want it to be like that, but yeah. Here we go. So, the long wait begins. We'll have Yarrick get into a defensive position in here. Kofa. We're going to have to build up at Kofa, because that's an invasion area. I can tell. Right, we'll get rid of that building and we'll focus up on trying to get that going. So, Numas is kind of vulnerable. It is vulnerable, in my opinion. I think it could be of a threat. Qatar could be taken, but that's not the end of the world. Right. That's technically extra missile damage. Yeah, no, we need it to be like that.
Big on.
I could quickly recruit a new lord to defend Kemri. I could probably do that, couldn't I? Is there any high-ranking commander? Well, there is that dude, but I'd say he's quite low, whereas this dude is... Oh, nice. Furak. I need something to be recruited now, so 1, 2, 3. Oh, the global thing's free, isn't it? Oh, sorry, free. Full, isn't it? 2 of that. Well, that said, that will be no different to that. Okay, well, we can recruit a couple of you dudes. And a couple of you dudes to start off with, just so that way we've got some kind of melee. And he's a level 5, which means he has 12 points. So extra leadership, inspiring presence, skirmisher, so we have the salamanders, route marcher, bonded service. Probably should have done that before I recruited the dudes, but that's fine. Proud warrior, can fight on his own, has his own little bit of leadership. In fact, no, let's cancel that. So yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. And... yes, and yes. And then I think I will give him a slight increase to leadership. Right, so I could be a dick and just restart that, but I'm not going to because I'm too lazy. Right, right, you're doing that, you're doing that, you're doing that, you're doing that. You need to build up more, so you need to do whatever you can, and garrison's more important than special building, and we'll do that to increase the bulk, and that to increase the bulk. So we're building up, and we got a new commander in Kemri. I know technically speaking Numat is important, but Kemri's right on their fucking doorstep. So is Zandri. So we need to survive for 5 turns. Shit. I was really hoping we wouldn't have to worry. Oh, come on! It's like the whole game just doesn't want me to finish on a high note. And we're back. And we are ever so close to establishing a relatively decent webway. And luckily for me, it would appear we did not attract enough attention to warrant a massive attack. Though that said, the dwarves are beginning to show signs of interest, which is alarming. But regardless... Right, you're now sort of getting safe, so I'll make you head toward... I don't really want to put you in a low tier dude in charge of this big city, but I will move Yarek towards another location like that. Umata motherfucking Yadan can actually do something else. But that said, it may not need to apply because in about a turn's time, we will have a victory in our campaign, which is going to feel weird, but there you go. There we go. 183 turns. Combined total of probably 400 and something at this rate, but regardless. The end turn sequence begins. The elves are, truth be told, is actually starting to kick off once again on the west coast, because a bunch of rats are starting to, well, the Skaven are starting to make a very big dramatic increase in attacks to the west half of the world, which is awesome, but also alarming, because obviously, well, I kind of wish they would attack the other side of the world, but sadly that would probably result in the Empire just raffle stomping them. But it would be nice if the Skaven would come up once again and do some serious damage in the north, but alas, I don't think we'll be that lucky. Oh dear, the Empire is beginning to separate itself from its old fans. So, this could be in fact the last turn that we have to pleasure ourselves. Wait, that does not work. That sounds wrong. Withdraw that statement. This is the last turn we have to enjoy ourselves. There we go. That went wrong. Okay. Big moment here. Come on. Come on. You can't attack me, please. Thank fuck for that. Brightonia has suffered quite a nasty blow, which is good. And the world is kind of, well, shaping itself up to have a massive war between us and the dwarves and the humans. And if I had the patience, I would continue the campaign and say, right, well, now let's get the entire webway secured in the north. But that would be mentally draining. And I've given this campaign more than its fair share of time. In fact, I've given it more time than I should have done. But that's besides the point. Spine of Sotek dwarves. Oh yeah, the one of the Lizardmen factions decided to go to war with them for some apt reason. I have no idea why, but okay. Sequence of absolute obedience. But that does not matter because... Such a petty victory. But it's a victory. There it is. There it fucking is. There it is. There is the victory. That's it. We're done. That is the victory we needed. We have secured the southern web. To remind those at the beginning, because we're doing this as a lore style, Krogar Mundi was sent by his forces, or by his commanding forces in the west coast, and he was sent across a long journey. He was sort of went down south, sort of came up, and came back up into the world in the Kingdom of the Beasts. His objective, as he is now accomplished, was to construct, or capture and construct, a large webway. Because of the forces of chaos and other elements to the world, was causing the whole world to become unstable. And as such, the webway needed to be realigned, refocused, and prepared. And he has accomplished that. He has also unified a large portion of terrain in the south, resulting in a very stable part of the world, despite the human and dwarf alliances now coming to try and dissuade that from him. But in time they would be made to see the real importance, because as always, there is no end to chaos. Soon another horde from the north would arrive, and the humans would not be able to stop it. But with the Geomantic webway in place, there would at least be a buffer zone to repel the heretical advances of the chaos hordes, and also a hope, nay, a prayer, that such chances, that such hopes and dreams could be achieved, to establish a solid webway gate across the oceans. But that is all we have for today, and that is all I have for this series. I thank you very much, anyone and everyone who has watched, anyone and everyone who's commentated or will now commentate in the future. And I very much appreciate the time and dedication you guys have done to it. I have given this campaign a lot more effort than I should have done, perhaps, but this is the ending of something nice, and I can feel like I've done it. You know, we've had fears of the episodes or the series being cut short because of stuff updating, but we pushed through, and now I get to sort of relax and sort of rest easy knowing this campaign is now done, and we can now focus our attention on completing Spartan invasions. And then we can finally finish up on the big finisher campaign, or at least for Total War Games for a while maybe, which will be the Chosokabe series. Now that's going to take a long time. Hell, that might even hit the 2-year gap, because in terms of like upload and recording and whatnot. But that's going to be it from me, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. This is Mr. Jaeger, signing out.